willing to be part of the Hall of Fame Sunday, where we're going to look together at the Hall of Famers mentioned in Hebrews chapter 11. And kind of where I'm envisioning the day to be is after the first set of worship songs, all of us will be kind of sitting up here in a row. We'll put some quickly, we'll do a Greek time, most likely, if Olivia likes that idea. And we will put the chairs up here, and then we'll go one at a time. And then once you give your Hall of Fame speech, you can join and sit down and listen to the rest of them. I'd like to encourage you, if you have it, to wear your favorite baseball jersey, baseball hat maybe even. It would be really cool if we had enough to buy everybody a yellow jacket, because that's what they wear in the baseball Hall of Fame. But it'll be okay. But just kind of have some fun with that. If you'll fill out your sheet that I gave you, you can just read it straight from that. You can retype it yourself, or you can even have ChatGPT, make it for whichever way you want to do it. Be as creative as you want, be as simple as you want. The point is, I just want us to share in a different way of looking at these people of faith. And so I'm going to give you an example. I'll go first, and I'm going to do Abel. The only thing about Abel that some of the others have or don't have, I guess is the right word, is we don't have much on Abel's story, for one. And some of you, there's lots of it. You got Moses and Abraham. Don't feel like you have to cover everything. Just hit some highlights. You just want to focus on one part, or the part that the preacher of Hebrews kind of refers to. And just focus on that, and that's great. Don't feel like you have to cover all of it. Remember, we want to keep these about no more than 2 minutes. So it's just kind of like a highlight. It's not a full sermon. It is just to cover that individual. But Abel, one of the things not listed in Abel is when he dropped the ball. And I think it's if you have one of the individuals who we have an account where they messed up, I think it's okay to, if you feel, to share that, because we got to remember they're human. There was no one perfect but Jesus, and I'm so glad that the Bible does that. So it's okay to include that, and if you don't feel like you want to, that part you can definitely skip over. So, all right, here we go. My speech, and I just did the fill it out, follow the form example. Hebrews 11:4. I prefer you read out. Go ahead and read the intro scripture. It was by faith that Abel brought more acceptable offering to God than Cain did. Abel's offering gave evidence that he was a righteous man. God showed his approval of his gifts. Although Abel is long dead, he still speaks to us by his example of faith. Abel's historical story is found in Genesis chapter 4. He played ball shortly after his parents were sinned and removed from the Garden of Eden. The actual date of that is unknown. His career, his geographical, where he played ball, his geographical location is somewhere in the Middle East, of what we call the Middle East today. The recap of his career. Abel's career was cut short by his own brother. According to historical record, he was the second-born son of Adam and Eve. He grew up and began a career as a shepherd. One day, as most likely had been instructed to do so, he and his brother presented offerings to God. His brother Cain just grabbed some of his crops without really much thought or sacrifice and offered them. But Abel through his flock and picked out the very best. And it says he had lambs, and not just one. He gave multiple lambs, the very best of his flock, as an act of worship to God. This pleased God. And that made Cain very angry and jealous